Let's welcome Skeenie from the Paw to noise11.com.
How are you?
Well, do I do that back? There we go.
Do whatever you want, mate.
We've officially bonded. It's good to see a new album. And I must say, I mean, you guys put out albums even less often than Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I know. I think life got in the way a little bit there for a while, but yeah, we're back with vengeance.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see some new music out there. And, when was it? 2010 was the last record. It's
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
2010. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens in that void? Is there new songs created?
No, we really just when Dan joined the band 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago yesterday, I think. Yeah, 4 years ago yesterday. Yes, when he joined the band, that's when we started writing. I said, Dan, just come over to mine, and he goes, I don't know what you want, and I said, just fucking start playing shit. And I had my guitar there, and I just started playing whatever, and I just said, just keep going, and I'll pick the good bits, And that's how Payback's a Bitch started. He just started with that bim, 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 and I just started doing the bow, dow, dow. And then a little bit later on, he was playing this riff when I came out of the dunny, and I went, wow, what's that? And he goes, I don't know. I said, did you record it? He goes, yeah. I said, fucking let's listen to it back. And yeah, so we picked it out. Lucky you did record it.
Yeah. So what? Payback's a Bitch. That was February 22. So almost a year ago now. Well, it is a year ago now. Was that was actually the first moment of the album? Was it?
Yeah. We when we wrote it. Well, is that when it came out? February last year.
February 22. Yeah.
All right.
It's already a year old.
Yeah, I think we'd been together for about a year, with Dan in the band, and then because we started touring again, and just running him into the old songs anyway, and then when COVID hit. So when was that? 20 and 21, wasn't it?
Mm.
That's when we started really head down writing, and yeah. So when we did the album in, we were always going to do it in little blocks, of what money we had, because we came up with it all ourselves, and we did 4 songs, which was Payback's a Bitch, Cry Out, Hurricane, and I can't remember the other one, but yeah, we did them like that. We did them blocks of 4, and the next time we went in, we did another 4, and then what was that? Leaves another. There's 12 on the album, and then we did another 4. So yeah.
That's the way to do it. It was interesting the way it all sort of came out, because then we had Cry Out in July, Let Me Go in October, and then Take the World in December, and now here it is in January. We've got Lover, February, the album.
Yeah. Yeah, we just wanted to keep basically keep people interested in what we were doing, and like try and get some film clips out there and show what we're doing,
I guess Dan's a lucky bastard, isn't he? He gets to join a band and then go on tour around Europe.
Yeah, he deserves it though. I tell you what, he's an absolute gun. He's an absolute gun, and a good bloke too. That's one of the hardest things with the Paw. When our drummer left us fucking in 97 or whatever, we auditioned a shitload of drummers, and there was some really, really good drummers in there, but we wanted a mate, and that's where Gav we'd known Gav for a long time, and yeah, and then we just slot him in and turned it up a notch. It was the same thing with Dan, you know, like you want a friend that you can go touring with, you know, that it makes a big difference.
Yeah, well, there's still you and there's Matt, the two founding
Matt, yeah,
members of the band. I mean, at
yeah.
which point is it not the Paw? If you were to leave, or if Matt were to leave, would it still be the Paw?
Oh, I don't know. That's a question for Angus.
Oh,
Yeah,
well played.
I don't know. I have thought about that. But I don't know. I don't know what they would do. Like if I like fell off the perch or something like that. With Matt too, you're like, he's a very big part of the writing factor of the band, and my best fucking friend. So I don't know whether we could go on. I don't know.
Yeah, you've had some great tours over the years. The AC/DC tour. I mean, you've just mentioned Angus there. So,
Yeah,
AC/DC, when was that? 95, 96, somewhere around there?
96,
Yeah,
96, the Ball Breaker tour.
Ball Breaker tour. That would have been a great show to be on.
That was
Ball
excellent.
Breaker, was that the one where they had the big ball that swung
Crane.
through? Yeah.
Yeah, the big crane. And the wall there, the big wall that went down like before they even started. I'd get out there with the crew every morning and help them. It was just like, because I was bored, and the crew loved it because I'd just get in there and I can build the wall with them. They were all a bunch of good guys, man. They do anything for you.
Was that your first experience on a really big major tour?
No, we toured with the Scorpions in '94, which was a big Northern America tour. They were playing to some, and that was a summer tour. The AC/DC one was a winter tour. The summer tour was great because there were outdoor venues and like just really cool vibe, like a big festival vibe.
Yeah.
And we'd just cruise around in our buggies looking for chicks and shit.
Yeah. There was the Van Halen tour. Was that the Australian Van Halen tour with Gary Sharon?
Yes, it was. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Those guys were in our band room every night. They just loved it, especially Eddie and Alex. They're just party animals, mate.
In putting the Paw set list together and just looking at one of the more recent shows that you would have done late last year, Tell Me Someone Who Cares, off Who Cares, opened it from 1994. I think Only the Night and Paul Wine, Way to Please towards the end. Quite a lot off the new album. You haven't really been road testing a lot of the new songs.
No, but we are tomorrow night. We've got 9 songs off the album that we're playing tomorrow night, which is awesome. And just rehearsing them is like, when you're in the writing process, they always don't seem to sound as good, or they don't have something that the other ones that have already been recorded do, like off other albums and that. And you always and ahhing, but when you record them and then you get to know those songs really well and then play them, we've been buzzing so much on the new stuff. That's why we were like, oh, we can't leave this one out. Oh, we'll put that in as well. And that's how it ended up 9 songs. We just ran out of time to do the other 2. We couldn't really do the acoustic one, but yeah.
Because looking at that show you did late last year, you hit the audience with 3 in a row from the new album. There's Payback's a Bitch, Love Shot, and Cry Out. Bang, bang, bang. Does that get out of an audience when you play them 3 new songs in a row, or do they sort of really get into it?
A bit of both. I mean, it scares us more than anything because we want to see a reaction and see how they go. But you always got to test yourself. You always got to test that water and just have a crack. Like you soon find out which songs don't work well, or maybe it's just where you've placed it in the set. that, you know, doing 3 in a row is like, well, they don't know these, but now the album's out, I have no qualms about it. So, you know, there's just someone out there who's listening to the whole album and they'll go, oh, that one's straight after that one on the album. Because I love that sort of stuff too when I go and see bands.
Yeah. What about the Who Cares album? I mean, you know, we're now, 30 years down the track with that record. It's such an iconic rock album for its time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there is still so much life in that. When the Paul get out to perform, a large chunk of the set list is still the Who Cares album.
Yeah,
Does it still feel fresh to you when you're playing those songs?
Awesome. We get bored with some songs. You know, we haven't played Liar for a while now because we were flogging it for a while there. And then, you know, you get bored of them, like same with, and like What I Do to Get a Piece of You off the first EP, we were flogging that. But that's gone to the wayside, and Love Shots come in. And, but yeah, I mean, we still, like, when you play those songs, like Poison, every time I play Poison or Only the Night, it's like, there's just so much energy in the songs, and just they're really powerful to me live. So, and More Wine, of course, and I love always love hitting the crowd with Tell Somebody Cares. Like, love it.
So now Europe gets to see you for, you know, an extended chunk of time over the next few months.
Yeah. 5 weeks we're going for. I mean, we did it with Rose Tattoo last year, you know, July, August, and like straight away, the promoters over there were like, "Oh, we're going to get you back by, you know, your own shows," and we just started working on it from then. As soon as we got back from last year, and yeah, I'm so excited. Not excited about having to lug all our own gear and doing it real tough again, like our first 5 years when we left Darwin. But you know, these things are meant to test you.
Hey, if the price of doing festivals across Europe is you have to be your own roadie,
That's it, mate. That's it.
Small price to pay.
All
right, Skeenie, good to talk to you. The new album from the Poor out there now, which is exciting stuff. So thanks for joining us at
Thanks,
Noise.
mate. Thanks for fucking having me. Oh.